Yeah, same here, Tony. I think this is a great honor for you to have, man. It couldn't happen to a better person. I mean,
Thank you.
how did a New York City boy become a Jersey boy? That's what's so fascinating about
Well,
it.
I lived in Jersey half my life.
Right. And I worked at Chelsea when I used to work for the post office, make a long story short. But anyway, I just want to know
See,
how...
I lived in Chelsea from birth until 11. And the rest of my life, I lived in Jersey.
Wonderful. That's wonderful, you know. And also, I just wonder, how did your friendships forge with Frankie Valli and like Dave and Eddie Brigatti and the Rascals? How did that develop over the years? How did you get
Well,
through that?
the Brigatti brothers I knew because of Joey D at the Peppermint Lounge. So that's early 60s. My record came out in 61 of Halfway to Paradise. So I met Frankie. Believe it or not, I met Frankie at the Brooklyn Paramount Theater when Sherry just came up. And I remember Murray calling a meeting and saying, there's this group, the Four Seasons, and they're going to close the show. And they're doing this big hit record called Sherry. And I'll never forget it because the balcony, when it was going dun, 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 dun.
You know,
and
I
that
heard they
straight
wrecked the
chord,
house, yeah.
The balcony was going like this. And I remember clearly Smokey Robinson, who was on the show, that turning to me going, man, I think that balcony may come down. It was that exciting. And I met Frankie, and we've been close friends ever since. And I mean close, beautiful brother friends for a long time.
Yeah. But what about the Rascals? How did that...
The Rascals I know because they were originally Joey D and the Starlighters.
Right, yeah, I remember that's where they evolved from, yes.
Yes, so that's when I met them. And then when they became the Great Rascals, Gene Cornish is a good friend of mine also, as well as all four of those guys are amazing.
And you know what's interesting, though? They're amazing. They come from different backgrounds. I mean, Gene Cornish is from Canada. Dino Danelli's from Manhattan.
I met Gene Cornish in Binghamton, New York, 1961, and every single week when my radio show comes on, he calls me Norton. I call him Ralphie from the Honeymooners.
Wow, okay.
So he calls me, Norton, it was a good show tonight, Norton. I said, well, thank
funny.
you, Ralphie. I said, we have that going on since,
Great.
God, since
Great. Well,
the
yeah.
60s.
Wow. And also, I also had the pleasure of talking to Larry Brown on WPAT radio. I was with Jim Petrecca Productions, in Manhattan. And Larry was telling me that his favorite cover version of Tie a Yellow Ribbon Around the Old Oak Trees by Dean Martin. Did you know that?
Yeah, he doesn't like to tell me that too often.
No?
But I'm only kidding.
Cover version,
The truth of the matter is, Sinatra recorded it, Dean recorded it, Sammy recorded it. It's probably one of the most recorded songs in history.
It is. I think about 1,000 from what I understand.
Oh, easily. And I was honored to do the first recording of it. And, Larry Brown, really and truly, and I'll tell you this is the truth, sings that song better than all of us. When I first heard the song, he played it for me. Before we recorded it, I said, why don't you cut it? He's that good a singer, and he should have had the hit record as an artist.
Wow, that's amazing. Also, I mean, I know you're on the Dean Martin roast many times. Did you get to know Dean a little bit?
Oh, sure.
Wow. Those roasts are really hilarious. I really enjoyed them all and all
I had
that.
a good time on that show.
Yeah. Also, two more questions.
In fact, the show I was on with Dean, we roasted Dean.
Oh, God.
And this other show, roast, I did it. We roasted Ali.
Yeah, I saw them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I had the great honor of working with you. When you look at those shows now, you're talking about desks full of legends.
Oh, God, yes.
It's unbelievable.
And Rich Little's still around, too.
Oh, yeah, and we're good friends. I see him all the time in Vegas.
Oh, he's great, yeah. And
Funny man.
Yeah, and I was wondering, aren't you friends with Priscilla Presley, if I'm not mistaken?
We're friends. She came to the closing show, and Adam and Lionel Richie, and they all came.
Wow, what a collection of stars. Wow, that's just awesome. But hey, I just want to ask you this final question, Tony. Who would you like to see, receive this honor that you've received in the future? Anybody comes to mind?
The greatest honor.
The honor that you have, that you've gotten for today. I mean, who would you like to see get it? Somebody you could think of.
I don't understand the question. Say it again.
No, I'm saying, who would you like to see have the same honor that you got for today?
Well, this honor to come into this, look at these people behind me. I mean, you're in a building and they say, you're getting the award or this memorable place to be in there. with Springsteen and Valley and Whitney Houston and Sinatra and Tony Bennett. You sit and you think, how am I possibly in that league? So you're humbled by it. You're grateful for it. You know you've worked hard to get here. You know that it's 64 years, a culmination of ups and downs. And then you look back and you go, was it all worth it? And you look up and you say, dear God, thank you for the blessing. Because the ultimate award is to enter the museum that's up there.
Oh, I definitely agree, and I've been fortunate to interview some other stars when they had it in Asbury Park, Hall of Fame over there. And that was quite an experience, It seemed like a Hollywood premiere, Tony, when I did it, years ago. It's fabulous,
Asbury Park is a big part of our record business, big part of the music business. My friend Johnny Patillo, who's from that area, he's going to be at the PNC performance for Brucey's Veterans Show. And I think they're going to make that an annual show. So that's a good thing. There'll be a nice place for veterans to come and enjoy.
That's great. That's also a wonderful venue. I've been there quite a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Myself.
I play it every year.
Oh, wow. I know you're going to be there soon, aren't you?
We'll be there Thursday.
I wish I could make it, because I might be working. But anyway, that's great. But anyway, I don't want to hold you up any longer, Tony. It's a great pleasure talking to you.
A privilege. Thank you.
Okay. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so very much.